picture I could see if I just close my eyes. Have the foresight to believe. Time don't move backwards, it speeds to the future fearlessly. Charging forward when I open my mouth, though I may not know how. I know I was born to sing. Travel the world, raise baby girls, bury my best friend. I'm manifesting, but not concerned. 'Cause whatever happens, I'm good. I'm good. Actually, more than good. Kinda great. Even on the bad days, I thank God for making me brave. Living free. Wanna die when I'm 123. Really wish that all my heroes would notice me, so I could be one of the greats on a big stage, inspiring people to pray.
Hey girl, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana. Things are very, very different here. Yeah, things are new and I'm glad. So I kind of took a hiatus and I decided, like, you know, because the work that I was doing and the channel that I had created, I didn't like it and it was just not true who I was. And I didn't subscribe to hustle culture anymore. And so I didn't want to encourage other people to subscribe to it either. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go back to the drawing board. We're gonna really become authentic and genuine to ourselves. So I started this, this vlog, I guess, with a sermon. And the reason I started with it, because I was actually listening to this sermon as I was making my coffee this morning, and then I paused and I was like, let me turn the camera on. And the reason why I was like, let me turn the camera on is because in my head, she was talking about gifts, and I'm gonna make sure I link the video in the description box. Just talking about, like, why are we not opening up our gifts? Like, why are we not opening up the drawer? And I'm like, you know what? God does give us everything. Like, He tells us what we're supposed to be doing, where we should be aligned, and where we should be going in life. It can be either through confirmation or He can shift you into position. Like, literally, I was shifted. I was shifted this morning. And sometimes He gives you confirmation. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I was asking myself, like, this is not the life that I envisioned for myself. Like, have you ever had that moment where you're like, this is not the life I envisioned for myself? Like, this ain't it. This doesn't look right. This is the ghetto version. I wanted the luxe version. This is the... But sometimes we never ask ourselves why. Like, we know it's not the one that was in our brain and it didn't translate right. But we never ask ourselves, like, why is it? And if it's not, what do we need to do to fix it? Or sometimes we feel like we're so in it that it's like, starting over just doesn't seem like, get somebody else to do it, right? Don't really want to do it. So I felt like that sometimes. Like, I felt like I don't really want to go back to the drawing board. But like recently, I've been very compelled to do that. And I was having a conversation with my best friend the other day, and she was just telling me about how the job that she was really supposed to already have, like, they already told her she was gonna have it, they kind of backtracked out of it, and now they're like looking for someone else to do it. And so we were just talking about how that's confirmation. Like, you are perfect for this job, so there's no reason why. It was already originally supposed to be yours in the first place, so there's no reason why. But maybe that's God's confirmation of saying that this is not where you're supposed to use that skill. This is not who you're supposed to give that to. And I have felt that way so many times as I have been trying to establish this content creation, because I know that this is the avenue that I want to go down. But I know that it's bigger than this, but this is the vehicle that I have to use. This is my starting point to get to the bigger. But sometimes opening up that gift and then actually like keeping it open sometimes becomes very hard. A little like overwhelming at times. And so I was just thinking, like, you know, this is not the life that I envisioned. This is not the life I'm supposed to have. And I know it's not the life that I'm supposed to have. But how do I get to the other side? How do I get to that life that I'm supposed to have? Because knowing that you have the gift, but knowing how to use it is always like the challenge, right? So you may be sitting there like, yeah, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. I have the gift of this. I have the gift of that. Like, I'm really great in this area. And I know like what I'm really great at. But it's always application for me. Like, how do I apply this? But then whenever there's a moment to use my gift at my job, I can do it. I can jump right on it. But I really struggle with doing it for myself sometimes. And when I was listening to that sermon, I'm like, turn the camera on. You know, it's just time to go, or else you're never gonna go. If you're trying to make something perfect, package it perfectly right, then how do you elevate? How do you grow? If you come out there and everything is just magnificent, then how do you grow? Where's the learning curve? Where's elevation? I think that sometimes starting is the biggest hurdle that I know I have. I struggle with starting, and I don't know why I struggle with starting, because it's like I can use such limited belief, and I have a lot of limited belief in where I would justify like why I'm not doing something, why I won't go apply for the promotion, or why I won't go start the YouTube video, or why I won't go do something. Is because I'll just justify like, you know, if you go do this, then how are you gonna have time to do this? If you apply for the promotion and then you get it, then now it's gonna be an extra workload, and are you gonna like not have that work-life balance that you have now? And even still, like, I just realized that, like, talking to my best friend, I'm like, confirmation is so real. Like, God will give you confirmation after confirmation after confirmation in so many different ways, but sometimes you just can't receive it. And a lot of that is fear of failing, fear of feeling like you're not gonna succeed. And so when I was listening to this sermon and I was journaling, I'm like, you know what? You're either gonna do it or you're not. It doesn't hurt you to try. I ain't quitting my job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to not be employed. So what does it hurt me to try? And as I'm sitting up here having my limited belief and not, you know, going out there and chasing it, I'm telling my friend like, girl, this is confirmation from God. You gotta go and start this. It's time. You got all of the tools. And I'm like, okay, so you're gonna talk to yourself. You're gonna have that conversation in the mirror with you, because it's easy for you to give advice and tell everybody what they should be doing, but what are you doing? So I turned the camera on today and I'm like, it's time. It's time to move forward. It's time to keep going. It's time to chase the dream, because the reality is that as long as it's here and you don't put application, you don't put action to it, it's always going to be here. Like, you know what your life is supposed to look like. You've mapped it out. You've planned it. You know the exact coordinates. God has given you the roadmap. God has given you the vehicle. Okay, you know everything. You just actually have to get in said vehicle and drive, move forward, go. And it seems like it's the easiest thing in the world, but there's just always these mental blocks like, oh, I can't afford to start this business because I don't have the money, and can't afford to do this because I don't have that. But I think that, like, at the end of the day, I think what I've discovered is like, if you know this is not the life that you want and you think like you're gonna get it the next lifetime, that's not gonna happen. Like, you have to decide, this is the life that I want, this is the life that I'm going for, this is the life that I'm gonna have, and now I'm about to go chase it. There's nothing wrong with chasing dreams. Like, I think that sometimes we feel like I'm too old, or, you know, I'm comfortable where I'm at, but that's really just placing yourself into a box and staying stagnant, being stuck. Today is the day I start to unstick myself. Today is the day that I stop making excuses and justifications and having that limited belief that's causing me not to accomplish my dreams. I know what the bigger vision is, but I have to have a starting point. So today is that day. And I hope that for you, today is that day. Today is the day to update that LinkedIn. This is your sign. If you're ready to get another job, make more money, and you know what you want to do in life, update that LinkedIn. If it's time for you to start that business, put some things, open up that Canva, create some business cards, create a logo, create a website, do what you have to do for that business. Look up vendors, look at building and real estate, start mapping that out. If you want to write a book, write the book. Okay, today is the day to start writing chapter 1, page 1, the introduction, something. Today is the day to lose the weight, create the nutrition plan. Whatever your goal is in life, today is the day. Today is the day to find that school and go back to school. Today is the day. And I'm telling myself that, and I'm telling you guys that today is definitely the day, because if you want the dream, it starts with you. It doesn't start with anyone else. It doesn't have to be what rich people do or what this person does. It has to start with you. Your gift is your gift. And until you open up that drawer and unlock it, like she said, it's just gonna be sitting there collecting dust. I hope that you guys have made it to the end of this video. And if you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and turn on that post notifications button so you never miss a video. Once again, my name is Tawana. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, y'all.